What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Today we're coming in to the review show, the instant reaction for the Juventus match at home against Genoa, winning 2-0 against, honestly, you'd think an overmatched opponent, basically in the relegation zone. But overall, a good match. How are you today, Aleandro and with me as always?
I'm very good for once. Basically, everything we were saying, or we were asking for, or hoping for, are happening to a certain extent. But some changes are happening, and that's great because we couldn't basically keep on the same trajectory we were before with the setup, the way we played, because that was not sustainable. Maybe this is.
Yeah, I'd say if we're looking for really a storyline of the match, it was a positive match, a good match for Juventus. Yeah. But overall, the story for me is just like, again, I'm not trying to be a negative guy, but just the one thing that sticks out to me is just not being able to finish in so many moments. But some positives to go off of, you have to say, is the midfield wasn't the problem today. Like, it wasn't a problem. No. It wasn't what I'm used to.
I shouldn't be on Twitter during the game, but I saw people saying Betancourt and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think this was the game to pick on Betancourt. I think he was very important to winning the ball backs. He was good on the ball. Again, wait, let me start. Genoa are awful.
Yeah.
Like, they're just bad. But then again, we struggle against everyone this season. Bad teams, good teams, we struggle overall.
Yeah.
And today, we dominated. Like, it was perfect. The game basically was perfect. Like, if you just look at the stats, off the top of my head, Genoa had 0 shots on target, off target, block shots, just 0. And we had, if I remember good, 27 total shots, and I think with Dybala's goal, 12 of them on target. That's more than we would have maybe in 5 games combined.
Yeah,
bar the Salernitana game. So that's a big improvement. Now the downside is, like, we need a lot of chances. Like, we missed some clear-cut chances today. Like, easy tap-ins, De Ligt, Morata, Dybala. Like, we missed some tap-ins, basically.
Yeah,
that's a bit concerning, especially Morata. We will get into Morata, but overall, that was a good game.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's just one of the biggest frustrations. I know, like, I don't know the final numbers. I think you had a better feel on the final numbers, but I remember at halftime it was 0-0 for, attempts, shots, whatever for Genoa. But then for Juventus it was 14, and then 7 were on target. But you only set up 1-0 at the half. It's a little bit. There's a little bit of frustration there just because you're wanting to see them. Like, when you get that many chances, you got to finish at least. Yeah. It should have been at least 3-0. It was what it should have been. I mean, more than that, really. It
should be 3 at halftime. Like, we kept Genoa in the game for way too long, in my opinion. Again, you never had the feeling they were going to score, but you never know. Like, something weird can happen, and you concede, and you're in trouble. In a game, you shouldn't be in trouble. But overall, like, this is a game to be positive. There's only one negative. We will talk about it. But just overall, like, I think the team played very well. Even Sandro, when he came on, he did okay.
Yeah,
like, he did better than he usually does.
Yeah, I know that was kind of a controversial halftime move from a lot of fans, but I think I guess it was just based on Pellegrini getting that yellow card and not wanting to get another one. Is that really what we're looking at, or having?
I think it is, which like, Pellegrini makes silly challenges. He does, but at some point you need to trust him that he won't fuck up. Like, he won't mess up, because that's part of growing. Like, if you're planning to keep him in the team, into the squad moving forward, he needs to learn of these moments. Like, he needs to play and have like 45 minutes against this side without picking up another yellow card. Again, he got a yellow card for nothing. Like, it was a clear tackle. Like, he shouldn't have gotten a yellow for that.
Yeah.
But if that's the reason he took him off, that's a bit disappointing. Like, he should be able to play in another 45 minutes without picking up a yellow card, in my opinion.
Well, it's a bit frustrating with me because I mean, we've been honest at this channel. We have not been the most positive when it comes to Pellegrini and his play. But the last weeks, or the last few matches he's been playing, he stepped
Yeah.
up and shown some potential there. Definitely looked good today. Looked reliable, and like you said, he made a clean tackle there. It's unfortunate that the referee called it what he did, gave the yellow card. But then it's almost like when you're Allegri doing that and you're pulling him. Yeah, you don't want him to get another yellow card, but it's kind of like you're justifying. Not, I don't want to say justifying, but you're kind of. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt that, hey, he's going out here making good plays. He's not being reckless. He's not being, I'm trying to think who is most, he's not Demiral. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not going out there and just, piling up these cards. Like he didn't do anything wrong. It was an unfortunate turn of events.
Like if he would have stayed on the pitch, I think he would have gotten the man of the match, because like he was doing some very good things on the left hand side. Like he was playing with confidence. I think that's the most important thing. Like back heels, playing players through their legs. Like he was he was feeling very, very confident. So it's disappointing. It is, especially because he's not on the Champions League list, so he cannot even play on Wednesday. It's gonna be Sandro. That's why it's even double. How you want to call it? Frustrating a bit, because like he's not playing on Sunday. You should have kept him on if that's the reason. Like they come out saying he got a little injury, then okay, that's fine, because he wasn't doing well before the Salernitana game. He wasn't feeling that great. He played, so maybe that's something, but
you're not protecting him from anything really.
Like he needs to grow.
Yeah,
like if you want to keep him into the squad moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean when we're
like,
again
sell him, then yeah.
Yeah, and again, we don't need to spend a lot of time talking about Juventus' financial situation, but at the same time, like if you're not going to want to go out and spend a ton of money on all these different positions, or if you're not able to, might as well continue to develop this young guy who's now looking decent. While we're on that, let's talk about while we're talking about players that not anybody particularly, but overall, I think I'm one that's always negative on Bianconeri a lot. Like you made some good points about him. He played pretty well today. I was pretty content with what I saw from him out there. Like you said, he was chasing down balls. I remember at one point, I think Dybala had was it Dybala or somebody made a cut and tried to go into that final third and then got shut down, and then they had to move it to the corner there, and it was Bianconeri who chased it down and saved the entire possession. Otherwise, you're just looking at the ball just rolling out of bounds, and then you're wasting an entire possession there.
Like this is not the game to get on Bianconeri's back. Like he's not good enough. Like to stay in the team moving forward, he isn't. We all know that. But today shouldn't be the day you should be shitting on Bianconeri, in my opinion, because he played a good game.
Yeah,
like, he did what do you expect from him? Basically, what he should be doing is winning the ball back, which he did.
Yeah.
Again, it's Genoa, blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm not saying keep him.
Yeah, but
don't sell him.
But I want to give him his credit for today, at least. Since, he did well. We were very
same for
Go ahead.
I want to say same for Locatelli. He was very good today. He controlled everything. He open play, he closed down passing lanes, winning the ball back. Also, just in general, those two did well. Again, Genoa were awful, but still, like you need to do it, and they did it.
Yeah, it was just very much a situation of the midfield was not a problem today, and that's rare.
No,
that's been very rare for Juventus in the last few years, honestly, to be able to say that. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit how the defense performed pretty well. I don't know that there's a lot to talk about there. Szczesny had a couple stops, but really there wasn't really anything.
Nothing.
Yeah, he had nothing. I think
he picked up 2 corners. That's it.
I'm trying to give some credit here and talk about the defense, but there's really not a lot to talk about, if we're being honest.
De Ligt was amazing. De Ligt on the ball, off the ball, anticipating, defending on a high line. He was fantastic, De Ligt. He was. But we all knew he can do that. Like that's no secret. He was fantastic today. He was on the ball, the way he defended, just high up the pitch, pressing. Also, because now I say pressing, especially in the first half, the way we pressed, finally it was as a team, not just Bianconeri running like a headless chicken, Morata, Dybala. It was as a team. You can see there was a purpose into why we were pressing.
Yeah,
like everybody was moving towards the press, not just one player and 5 players just sleeping out there. Like it was in general, it was very good. So that's also a positive because that's what we were talking about like many times. Like we don't press, and if we press, we leave gaping holes. But today it was very good. Again, it's Genoa, but you need to beat who's in front of you, and we didn't beat Empoli, Verona, Sassuolo, name it. Like we struggled against and all of those teams. Even some games we won, we struggled. Today we didn't struggle. So that's
the most important aspect of today. It's like, or not today, but this month, it's Juventus's chance to make up some ground. And when I say that, you can try to stockpile some points before the winter break. But whatever you have right now is you just need to focus, just doing what you can do. Worry about yourself, worry about your problem, and then see what happens. You know, Napoli gets beaten by Atalanta. Obviously, they're at the very top though, so it's not like really where you're trying to be realistic of where you can get. But if you know some of those guys can drop points, then you can keep hoping about that top four, which is sad that
we said it. We need to win the next 5 Serie A games. This was one, and now the next 4.
Yep.
Which won't be easy, but we need to win. Like, there's no other option. You need to win them.
Yeah, he's got to treat it survive in advance kind of situation.
Yeah, like it shouldn't be more than 7 going into January. Like 7 is already a lot, especially 7 of this Atalanta side who are doing much better than the previous seasons, even when there are some doubts and they are missing defensive players.
Yeah.
So 7 points is a lot. Like it shouldn't be more than that if you want to have any shot.
Absolutely.
In the new year.
Okay, well, I tried to hold it off. Let's talk about the one big negative today. Let's talk about him, and I imagine we're on the same page, and it's just the play of Aleandro Morata. Am I correct in assuming that's what you're going at?
I think he fucked up today. Like he was awful. Like he's bad. He misses absolute sitters, easy chances. Like you're the number 9. You shouldn't be missing those type of chances. Like he misses easy chances. And on top of that, he tries like he has the how you want to call it? Yeah, he has the audacity to basically yell at Allegri, your coach, like you know you're playing shit. You picked up a yellow card for nothing because you're frustrating. Like you shouldn't be doing that. Like you shouldn't be doing that, especially not with a coach if his name is Allegri. Like you shouldn't be doing that because I think he's screwed. He's not playing next. Like if he's gonna start against Malmo, I will be shocked. Even in the weekend against Venezia, I will be shocked if he's starting after this.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's probably the smart move, honestly, not to play him because and what I'm saying is just like...
Yeah, I get that.
You know, we talked about the whole situation, and I feel like a big part of it, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I imagine a lot of this frustration, a lot of the lackluster play, whatever have you, it's worse. He's had poor performances in the past, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you have to imagine some of those rumors that are floating out there that like he's done at Juventus. Like you're not coming back, they're not gonna whatever. He has to feel a little, and I'm not justifying anything that he does, let's be clear there. But what I'm saying is I imagine some of that has to he's weak mentally, if we're being honest.
Oh yeah.
So
like
hearing
he cries in training, said Buffon. Like who does that? It's football.
Yeah, it's
like, come on, man.
You're getting paid to play a sport people just love to have fun with, kind of thing. Like
you're crying. It's insane. He is weak. Like mentally, he's very weak.
Yeah.
Dybala the same basically, but like he's so talented. Like he gets away with it, but Morata not. Like if Morata's playing awful, he's awful.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing in between. Like it's just madness to watch. Like the chances he misses are not like they're insane for a number 9 playing for a club of this magnitude. It doesn't get into me. I know our midfield isn't great and hasn't been great for 5 years, I would say, maybe 4, at least 4 years. But if you have a chance to get Vlahovic, you get Vlahovic, period. Like you need a number 9 that's going to score you 20 goals every Serie A season without any problem. That's not Morata.
I'm at the point, like, obviously, I mean, I've been at this point where it's go all in for Vlahovic. Obviously, Juventus has needed a guy who, and I was hopeful, not exactly not that I really set a realistic belief that he was going to be this guy, that Moise Kean was going to be this guy, but I was hoping for somebody who had a bit of a killer instinct, and he hasn't lived up to that at all. Obviously, he hasn't played a ton, but he obviously hasn't lived up to it. I think Vlahovic will be that guy, the guy who will be able to power through and finish on some of this inexcusable. I don't know if you want to take a shot attempts or whatever you want to call them, but some of these, it just makes no sense what you're doing, or you have no plan. Like nothing's going on in your brain as you're approaching the goal at all.
He messed up today. Not just like he could have gone away with playing bad. He could gotten away with it because he keeps getting away with it with it. But the way he reacted after that sub, I'm gonna watch a press conference after this, and like if Allegri defends him, I will be a bit shocked.
Yeah,
like I think he's gonna take a little shot to at him, as he should be. Like you shouldn't be doing that. Like I don't care who you are, you shouldn't be doing that. Coming off in front of the TV, the entire world, you shouldn't be doing that. Like if you want to go have a go to the at the coach, do that behind closed door. You don't do that in front of the world. Like if you like Allegri, if you don't like Allegri, even if it was Sarri, Pirlo, you don't do that in front of the camera. No, that's no.
No, you can't disrespect a coach. Like no matter what sport you play in, it's just you don't do it. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's just a continued problem with him, and I've just seen it slowly begin to devolve for Morata. Either his mentality, he's acting out like a child now. It's just, I mean, as we all know, I think it's unfortunate because I've been somewhat of a defender of Morata and his performances in the past for Juventus, that he was a reliable enough attacker, but be it if it's because of the rumors, because it's getting to him, if it's or other stuff going on that's getting to him with Juventus, it just shows you can't build around that. You can't build a winning future around Morata right now. Well, let's see. So we need to give him some credit. We need to give him a little bit of credit today. We didn't mention it at all, but that shot by Cuadrado, that corner for the very first goal, we didn't even talk about it. Just sniped it there.
I still cannot believe it. Like that was intended. Like because I saw people saying he wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to do that.
Yeah.
And wow. That's probably the goal of his lifetime.
Yeah,
that's insane. It was just crazy the way he went in. Like nobody could believe it. Not even him.
Yeah, it's as fantastic of a goal that I've seen in a long, long time. And it's always good for me to see Cuadrado get a goal or get something like that, create something like that, because when he's playing in peak levels, that's good for him. It's good for Juventus. Going forward, and hopefully he'll continue to do that as well. Let's see. Any other final thoughts? Any things going into the Allegri press conference? So mainly you're looking forward to see if he has any comments to talk about Morata. Anything else you're really looking forward going into? Well, I guess we have Malmo on Wednesday. Is that what it is?
Same thing. Just build on this. Same formation. Same. Yeah, you can change. You can rest the leg. You can play Bonucci.
Yeah.
You can play Kean. You can play maybe Rabiot instead of Betancourt or something like that. Give Locatelli a rest.
Yeah.
But it needs to be the same formation, the same mindset, and the same style of play you're trying to do. That's it. Just build on it. You need to build on this now. You cannot basically go back to what was not working at all. Just build on this, and let's see where we'll get.
Yeah, hopefully, definitely. We'll see how it goes on. Like I said, Wednesday's kind of I don't want to act like it doesn't matter again, kind of like the thing with Chelsea, but it kind of doesn't. But at least it'll be important just to see how they perform, how they mesh, if they continue to build off this performance as well. And then hopefully they can carry that on further into the Serie A. But again, they didn't drop points, so I'm happy at this point. It's where we are. Player of the game, least valuable player of the game.
Least valuable is Morata. That was awful. Player of the game, and probably Dybala.
Yeah,
like
to me,
he was very important for us. But besides his goal, just link up play, hold up play, coming between the lines, picking up the ball. Like he was, like he's undroppable at the moment. Like if you miss him, you're in big trouble. That's the reality. So I would say Dybala for me.
I can't remember the exact moment when this happened, but I do remember there's that one shot that Dybala took. Maybe this was like midway or somewhere in the first half.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a half-ass shot, but overall, but it was he took it with such ease. Like he just flipped it up and then took the shot. It obviously went wide, and Sirigu was playing decent today, but it went wide, and I was just like, how is he able to?
Lights out.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, absolutely. He was the Buffon of the today. But he definitely right. But anyway, I was just again. That's why why you retain Dybala, because you can see if he can do that with such ease. Once things get rolling, you'll be good to go with Dybala.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's all we really have for you today. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, as always. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow us on all our social media. It's down there in the description, as well as the graphic that you see down below. If you haven't already, consider joining the member squad. We have it. It's there's two options that you can do it for. Really, either way, it's cheaper than a cup of coffee to do it, but you get to access the Discord, all fun stuff that we'll be doing here in the future as well. And then finally, the announcement, of course, to continue on, is that we have in a couple weeks we'll be doing a giveaway for a Juventus official Juventus jersey. The winner will be able to pick the exact one if you want home, away, the third kit for some reason if you want the third kit, and then also if you want whatever player, or if you want to put whatever name you want to put on the back. As long as Juventus allows us to do it, we'll see what they reject. You'll be able to win that as well. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Bianconeri Zone for all those details as well. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.